Good morning, afternoon, and evening, crypto lovers. Welcome to Crypto Play Radio. Welcome home, player. Today we have three major stories. Heads up on the calls that we've made over the last couple of days, and a little bit of exploiting Black Desert because that's kind of my thing. So let's get started with the crypto calls. So let's see, our previous calls were a Bitcoin entry at 9,000. It's now selling at 10,900. You're safe to sell some of it. Ethereum entries are at 410 and are now 464. OMG was 740 for the entry and is now selling at 940. Zcash, the entry was 280 and is now 335. Quantum entry was $11.20, is now selling at 1280. Internet of Things IoT entry was $1.05, is now $1.43. DCT entry was 7,500 and is now at 8,350. LRC entry was 2050 and is now 2,200. Yo-Yo entry was 1,150 and is now at 300. And BNB entry was 19,000. Now it's down a little bit, 18,966. However, the rest of them are massive gains, so anyone who caught those that was in the radio room, good for you. If you need to sell some off for future calls, that's cool, but you're not going to get them from me unless you're in the radio room. And these all come from the OPC whale. Stress again. OPC Whales Club, and you can find them. They have a Twitter, and if you Google OPC as in Oscar Papa Charlie, you'll also find their actual Telegram. Now that one is the free channel. They have a premium channel as well, and you would have to message the admin of the channel to get to talk to him about that, but otherwise those are they, and congratulations to those of you that got on there. Good for you. Anyway, regarding news, I guess our least pressing is probably the quantum cat. I'm sorry, the Ethereum cat. My bad. So Ethereum touts itself as an unstoppable world computer, and this is from Quartz, QZ.com, by the way. Ethereum touts itself as an unstoppable world computer that will upend industries and revolutionize finance, but for the moment, one of its most popular applications is a game called Crypto Kitties. It lets players buy, sell, and breed cartoon cats. CryptoKitties launched on November 28th and has proven so popular that it's currently responsible for nearly 4% of all transactions on the Ethereum network, behind just one other application, a token trading platform, according to data provider Gas Station. I could go further into that, but it really, okay, so these guys, they have a genetic structure built onto the blockchain, and they breed cats based on that. Cats are not free. If you had gotten in early as an early adopter, you get one free cat, but now you just go to the market and you buy a cat and you try and breed your cats and you try and sell your cats, and yeah, that's it. It's pretty much just some stuff. I mean, yeah, whatever. But they're doing it, so there we are. I guess our next most pressing thing, and these are the two most pressing, but the first of those is a new protocol that could supercharge the Ethereum blockchain, a world computer. This is from CoinDesk a little bit earlier. With scaling the center of attention in the public blockchain sector, an older but lesser-known attempt to overcome the restrictions inherent in Ethereum is getting a refresh. Revealed in an exclusive interview with CoinDesk, a true bid protocol is being released this December, one that removes the Ethereum gas limit, which today puts an upper bound on the number of computations the network can achieve, bringing the second largest blockchain by market capitalization closer to its oft-touted goal of becoming a world computer. While TrueBit is one of many in progress scaling solutions being engineered for the Ethereum platform, working alongside mechanisms such as sharding, state channels, and Raiden, it distinguishes itself by focusing on the computational power of the network at large instead of just transaction speed. Geared specifically toward heavy computations such as those video broadcasting and machine learning would require, TrueBit could resolve the fact that Ethereum is still about as fast as a smartphone from 1999. As Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin joked last year, in short, the new scheme would be a vast simplification of the current TrueBit protocol. Zach said Lawrence, the co-founder of One Protocol, who developed the technology. And these gains all came about after speculation that someone could exploit the protocol. After an amendment to its white paper was released last month, Jason Tuch, a mathematician and co-founder of TrueBit, framed the speculation and the process for patching the vulnerability with a silver lining. When so many people have eyes on the paper, over time, you get more and more confident that it's correct. But it's always an ongoing process for these things that are living systems. Now we go another layered down protocol, the protocol rabbit hole. It's this iterative process of getting deeper and deeper into this. And going deeper led the devs to incentive mechanism used in the protocol. TrueBit aims to remove the gas limit on Ethereum by moving computations off-chain, outsourcing them to an external marketplace that rewards participants for solving and verifying computations. Within the marketplace, task givers pay verifiers to solve computations in exchange for rewards, while validators check that the computations are correct. To make sure everyone runs effectively, TrueBit relies on an incentive scheme dubbed Force Error Jackpot, which ensures that validators are actively checking for correctness by requiring verifiers to occasionally submit incorrect information. If a validator finds these forced errors, they're rewarded with a substantial payout, the jackpot. But according to Lawrence, the process can be a lot less complicated. With the new protocol, instead of limiting the participants' tasks, everyone can participate openly. Those that verify correct computations still get paid, but if another participant finds an error, they can submit what they believe the computation should be and enter that into the verification game. All the potential answers are then pulled together until a consensus is reached. Because that verification pool is costly to participants, the protocol incentivizes them to work together honestly, so disputes do not occur. Since the reaching consensus within that verification pool would be costly for everyone. Not only does this iteration eliminate the security flaws pointed out when the amendment was released, but it's also easier to implement and could increase the number of computational participants that are willing to perform, since it eliminates the once every so often jackpot, Lawrence told CoinDesk. Still, the new protocol may not be the last step in evolving TrueBit to achieve optimal efficiency. Tuch explained that both versions of the protocol will still hit against eventual limits when it comes to massive computations. If, for example, verifications take too long or get too expensive, those who notice errors might be inclined to keep quiet and just let them go. Remember that the verification game is really slow compared to the native computation. So my concern expressed here is more than just theoretical. Plus, TrueBit is a protocol built on game theory rather than relying on familiar security auditing processes. Security is an observational science, that's what Tuch says, in which devs try to put themselves in every position attackers might be in, I suppose. Because of this, Tuch said developers may decide to run both original protocol, now internally linked TrueBit Classic, and the new protocol in parallel for better security, but nodding to the fact that digital security is an immensely challenging prospect that takes continual work. Full confidence happens once you have all the money in the world behind it, and it's sat there for a few years. Interesting, but I think the third story is the big one here. And I think everybody knows about this one. The headline reads, for BusinessInsider.com, anger and confusion as crypto traders lose thousands in flash crash on a $54 billion exchange, which there's zero excuse for. The flash crash hit cryptocurrencies NEO, OMG, EPT, and that's it on the Bitfinex exchange on Wednesday. Price drops triggered exchanges to liquidate many customers' leveraged positions, leaving some with thousands of dollars in losses. Customers claim the orders weren't executed correctly and the platform hit by technical glitches. Many are demanding refunds. Bitfinex claims everything occurred as it should. The incident highlights the high-risk nature of unregulated and volatile currency spaces. Unfortunately, as these are unregulated, the excuse always is, well, that's trading, bro. And then you can pretty much append a Looney Tunes close to the end of that. However, we have, we'll get on with that. A flash crash on the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange has left customers demanding answers and refunds, with many claiming to have lost thousands of dollars. The price of cryptocurrencies NEO, OMG, and EPT crashed as much as 90% in minutes on Bitfinex on Wednesday before bouncing back to former levels. The price crash led Bitfinex, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by daily volume, to close the position of many traders who had placed leveraged bets on these digital currencies. Leverage trading involves borrowing money to increase exposure. It can lead to outside gains compared to how much you deposit, but also outsizes losses. Customers have taken to Twitter, Reddit, Medium, and messaging app Telegram to protest Bitfinex's treatment of those who use margin trading on the platform. They claim that Bitfinex's platform was hit by delays and technical issues at the time of the flash crash, leaving many powerless to respond. Traders are also upset that the crash only appeared to happen on Bitfinex and are suspicious of what caused it. Many say stop losses automated sell orders meant to activate once an asset reaches a certain floor, and therefore limit losses were executed at prices well below those set by users. Now that's bad pool. Bitfinex argues it was functioning as normal, and the company's terms of services include provisions to close out positions once leverage ratios fall below 15%. The company put the flash crash down to the volatility of cryptocurrency markets. Man. The SPAT highlights the high risk nature of cryptocurrencies. Has a huge interest and ballooned to nearly $300 billion in 2017. But these prices are subject to wild swings and are largely unregulated. It also comes at a time when British Virgin Island registered Bitfinex, which had trading volumes of $54 billion last month, is facing increasing public scrutiny. Brett Kruger, a Bitfinex user affected by the flash crash, told Business Insider he is unhappy with Bitfinex because he claims the website was lagging unresponsive at the time of the crash. He said he was also repeatedly logged out of the website, blaming recent DDoS attacks. Bitfinex announced last Sunday it had been hit by a distributed denial of service, or a DDoS attack, a malicious attack that was meant to bring down the service. Their specific Twitter tweets was, Bitfinex is under DDoS attack. The DDoS attack started during early maintenance and has been ongoing since. All of this is very time consuming for a person that called a long margin, called a long in a margin trade. He's watching the market drop, trying to get out of minimal losses. He estimates he lost $10,000 in the crash. Kruger, if the market does indeed crash like this, should there not be a given time before the user gets liquidated? Especially if the system is unstable, laggy, and unresponsive. He said a 15-minute max 90% drop to a 90% pump should certainly not liquidate a person if the price has been at 90% for the 30 minutes. I can understand that, but this is another prevention method which should have been in place. In the most regulated market, stop losses are triggered as soon as a certain level is breached, regardless of how long the level is breached for. However, some traders claim that the activation of their stop losses appeared to have lagged, triggering only after the price had recovered. A spokesperson for Bitfinex Insider, in an email on November 29, 2017, we saw similar movements across multiple platforms. This was not a sudden drop in single markets. It was a panic across multiple markets. That doesn't seem like a panic. In a situation like this, we must liquidate customers' peer-to-peer financial positions. If we do not, there's a serious risk of a large group of financial traders losing more than can be recovered by the collateral held. One user in Telegram claims he has been left $35,000 in debt to Bitfinex after losses exceed the deposit that he had put up for margin trading. Kruger wants Bitfinex to issue a public statement on the incident, refund users who were hit by the incident, and calls for a statement on what measures are going to be taken to prevent something like this in the future. Kruger is one of 5 who contacted Business Insider for the protest. They all demanded similar action from Bitfinex, and several pointed to the example of GDAX, an exchange operated by Coinbase, which agrees to reimburse customers hit by a similar flash crash for Ethereum in June. Warm words would not help. Marcus Wiseman, a Bitfinex customer from Munich, told BI, Business Insider, they should refund like other exchanges did in the past, for example, at the Ethereum flash crash. Weissman states that he lost $3,000 in the crash. One Bitfinex customer who contacted Business Insider but always wanted to remain anonymous claimed they lost $50,000 in the flash crash and said they had been left devastated by it. An email from Bitfinex employee that was sent to multiple users as seen by Business Insider puts it bluntly. Trading is a zero-sum game. The email reads, we cannot start compensating users who trade leveraged positions and see their positions liquidated. If we would, we would have every user that gets liquidated request a compensation, and users would start to trade at maximum leverage all the time. If we take this route, we would soon be forced to start socializing losses to our funding providers, as losses would be realized and someone will need to pay for them. Brian, a Bitfinex customer from South Africa who asked Business Insider not to use his second name, said nobody's asking for them to socialize losses. People are asking for a platform to work and liquidate positions at the correct time. Brian pointed to the screenshots that sent BI, Business Insider, he claimed shows positions were not at the correct levels, liquidated. He said he's now in debt to Bitfinex to the tune of $38,000. Big price swings and margin trade can leave customers owing more than they deposit. Well, I'd leave him standing. Did some shit like that to me. Anyway, the Bitfinex email at the stop loss is not a guaranteed price a user will see his position. Depending on the state of the order book, the liquidation orders get executed against bids or ask available in the order book at the time the liquidation order gets inserted. If the order books are thin, slippage is expected to occur. The spokesperson for Bitfinex told Business Insider all indications are at this time the positions were liquidated as they should be. To start compensating users trading on finance positions who get liquidated introduces moral hazard into the market, which is unfair. Regardless of refunds, customers want answers on what triggered the huge price crash. Sam Eichen wrote in a Medium post, these kinds of dumps can easily happen on small exchanges for small crypto, but not on the biggest exchange with a few $billion trading volume. According to some theories, it was a planned hack, plus whale attack. Whales are traders with large amounts that have enough financial power to move markets with their orders. Several traders hit by the flash crash that Business Insider were similarly suspicious, advancing various theories that the crash was a malicious attack engineered by someone looking to profit. Business Insider has reported on widespread evidence of pump and dump. Asked whether there was any suspicion surrounding the crash, the spokesperson for Bitfinex told Business Insider, market movements are part of what regularly happen in the markets. We would note that some of our competitors went offline yesterday, offering their customers no chance to reassess their positions on exposure. Coinbase and Gemini, 2 major Bitcoin exchanges, crashed on Wednesday. The Bitfinex spokesperson said, we will keep doing our best. Services to our customers will continue on their needs 24/7, 365. This is a volatile space, and further sharp market movements are always expected. The email to customers said they needed to understand the high risk before deciding to start trading leveraged positions or should decide to only trade in the exchange context. Sounds like everybody needs to get off of the site. I mean, I don't know, maybe just me, but I never traded with them anyway, honestly. So, I mean, I take my chances with the smaller ones, but I mean, it's mind blowing where people think that because it's a high quality site that it's going to not go down because Mount Gox was a pretty high volume place. Just saying, you know, some people got goxed, and I think these people probably did too. And it's just not the same way. I mean, I don't think it was definitely due to the exchange itself, but obviously that suspicion is there, and it's certainly there by people who owe them $36,000. Sounds like a great way to ensure, solvency for a moment. Anyway, if you had to pay people out, just yank up a little bit at once. I mean, that could serve a lot of different people. It doesn't have to be them. But it doesn't matter. That's what we got for our crypto calls for the day, and that's what we got for the news for the day. And it's really the last bit for me, but I'm going to go ahead and run these for a minute because I haven't done this in a day or so. So we've got that, and I lost. Here we are. We've got all those. Now, what I'm going to do here, because not a lot of people know about this. I know this game is Black Desert. I expect that everyone knows about, but if anyone does play it and they have the, desire to become a master trader, I have a little bit of an exploit for you. And I'm going to go through this partially to drag at the time, make you look at the pretty pictures, and partially to, let everyone understand exactly what has happened. Now, if you play this game, odds are you probably know about all this anyway. I mean, you probably know about the original patching. It's probably less likely that you know about this exact exploit. But let's go ahead and head into it. And first, a little background on this. So let's go ahead and hop on a horse and go to it. And I'll show you exactly how this all started. Here's my horsey. Now, I haven't played this in a while, so I might get lost going to Velia. And that's pretty sad because it's the next town over, but that's me in a nutshell. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and hop on the horse. Get to it. Doesn't feel like... Okay, so I believe this is the way we want to go, right? I believe, yeah. Alright, so we're going to head up here to Velia, which is kind of the starter town. It's not really. It's next to the starter town, but everyone knows Velia. If you play the game, I don't have to explain what it is. But when we get there, I'll go ahead and pop it open on the map. Because, good stuff. Good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and head on out here. There's actually a trick to this, too, if you have a really fast horse, because it'll take you off track if you auto-map. Watch this. See, map? Is that the map? Yeah, it's the map. I mean, using a controller for this, so it can be a little extraneous in the movement, I suppose, is what we're looking for. But anyway, let's get out of this. No, we don't want to do that. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's see where we're at. Oh, I haven't done this in so long, I don't remember. All right, here we go. This is Velia. We're going to go ahead and go right around in here. I think this would be the best way to do it. Alright, so let's pop that there. Alright, so we go on auto path, right? So we're auto pathing and we have full speed, and what happens? You run into things, right? Alright, so here's a kicker. And this is a trick I'm sure most people know, but it's just another little exploit. Let's get control of our crazy horse. Alright, so we go on auto, full speed, and then just right when we get to a part where we're gonna bump into something, just jump. And it'll automatically pull you back on the path. And yeah, there we go. So this way you can pretty well go. Ooh, they might have patched it. Looks like the jumping took me off of the auto path. I might be telling you old news, huh? Yeah. Yeah, son of a gun. Look at that. Huh. Ain't that some shit? I guess we're not doing that anymore, huh? Well, it used to be you could run full truck, full tilt boogie through here, and doesn't look like we can use the thrust. I guess they patched that out. That's okay, though. I'm just going to go this way manually. I wanted to throw that in there, but there's no point. If this isn't going to work, so let's just go to it. Well, you used to be able to truck through here full speed. Guess you got to do a little more manual steering now. Alright, so this is your trade guy. In Velia. Now, the original way that this trick went, and there's everybody and their mother piled up on this guy. But it doesn't really matter. This guy's not the focal point anymore. At least not for me. I don't really have a focus anymore. So here's what we got going on. This guy, he's a trading guy. Right? And you basically talk to him. If you've never done trading, you come to this guy. Oh, come on. This isn't the trade guy. I'm on the wrong damn guy. I was wondering why he looked weird. Alright, here we go. It's been a while, huh? So anyway, you go here, you go to trade. And you look through his items, and you buy all the things that you can get. Now, in my particular case, I can buy anything he has because of my rank, but in the beginning, you can only get a couple of things. So anyway, you stock yourself up, and you find if you're totally full, that you move very, 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 very slowly. So the trick is, you roll. And, you know, this isn't a new trick. Everybody knows about this. So when you're fully stocked, if you roll, it'll, there we go. When you're not burdened, you have to roll from a running position. When you are overburdened, you actually crouch, or you walk forward, then you roll, and then you end up crouched, and then you stand up. And I'll do it in a moment. But anyway, the point of this was you would roll. You'd roll up this hill, and you know the roundabout ways to take that road up there and go up. I'll see if I can find this natural way. I haven't done this in a long time, but there should be a farm up here. It's called Finto Farm, and the trade guy is right here somewhere. That's the guy, I believe. One of them. That's her. Yeah. So you trade to her. It used to be that you could just pick things up, fill up your character, and then roll here and trade them in. And you could do that all day long, trading back and forth. When the inventory ran out, you could just reset and go to the next server and start over. You know, every half hour or so you can flip servers. So that's how you used to do it. And what ended up happening was they imposed a patch that would stop you from being able to do this. If you were within a certain range of where your goods came from, then you would get half experience. And I believe that was something like 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers, something like that. It doesn't really matter what it was. All you need to know is that your trades need to be outside that perimeter, and most major cities are outside of each other's perimeters, so you don't really need to fear that. However, I have devised a way, and it didn't come from me, no, but it is now. So, I mean, if you're getting this and this is helpful to you, that'd be amazing. It didn't originally come from me, but here it is now. I'm delivering this message. Don't shoot the messenger, but I also can't take credit. But I've gotten everything I need from it. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty much just slowly finishing up the last bit of my mastery, and I don't think you need to be any higher than Master 10 trader. Really don't. I had thought that they were going to patch this, but I got into cryptocurrency, spent about 6 months in there. That's where I am right now. And I stopped back into the game and thought I'd go check, and it lets me still do it. So I will show you how this works. This requires a little bit of preparation to set up, a whole lot of points. You're going to need to clear your inventory space. You're going to need to clear out your bank inventory in Heidel. And there are a few things you need to have. You need to have some CP points in order to buy some locations, to rent a house, to rent a chest from Amerigo or whomever you prefer to buy your stuff from, the warehouse chest. Any warehouse trader will give it to you. Excuse me. All right, and we are almost to Heidel, which is where we started, by the way. All right, so we're going to go to America, and we're going to make sure we're clear. And when I get there, I'll show you all the places on the map where things need to be. Which is, by the way, you know. All right. What the? Okay. Well, that's not how I get off my horse, I guess. Wrong stick. It looks like they changed a couple of the controls, too. Probably should have prepared a little bit before I hopped in on this, but I just felt like I need to get something out there because I haven't really spent any time streaming today. So here we are. So I'm at my warehouse. And these items need to go. Let's go ahead and trade in the gold. There we go. Boom. All right, that's done. All right, we're holding out. I have this to sell, and that's it for those. So let's get back into the inventory. And we'll take some, you know, it's not necessary that I relegate any of this for the sake of weight, because I'm not going to do a full load. It would take so long, the video wouldn't be worth watching. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, people want to sit and watch, but we want to complete it. I'll tell you what, I'll run through it with a light load, and then, you know, just keep going through with a full load. Might finish one out tonight. Now, the thing to know is this gives you an immense amount of experience. That's not a big deal, and you got these guys too. You got the blessings, and you get the GM tickets and extra life XP scrolls, and you can stack these right up, and you can make a shit ton of experience. But what I can tell you is that at my level, which is Master 9 and 44%, I think, I only get 1% with a full inventory and a full warehouse. And now my warehouse isn't full. I have one more row to go. I might just buy it and get it over with, but if I go to the warehouse, I'll show you. And it's not important that your inventory be full. I mean, not as, you know, filled out as mine is, but you know, mine is maximum. However, it is important that you have plenty of space so that you can carry it all at once over to the bank. It is very important. I have two rows that the storage be full, be absolutely full. And by full, I mean slots, absolutely empty. But I mean, you need to be pretty well capped up on slots, and all of them need to be empty. That's what I think I mean. All right, so here's how it works. You go to title, which is where we are, and you know you have this region, and you start claiming out your nodes. Now you're going to need to claim all the nodes that will get you to. Let's see if we can go over to it. Over to Lynch Ranch, and I'll show you why. But that means that you're going to need to get, looks like this node, Lynch Farms, Lynch Farm Ruins, and Northern Plains of Serendia, and it looks like that connects right to Lynch Ranch. Now, it's been 6 months since I've done this, so don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure these are the only ones you need. Takes you right over to it, and that lets you go there and buy this house, which you need to buy as well. So you have whatever inventory you can afford to free up, take all your shit to another town, You have whatever warehouse space you can afford to free up. Same way, take all your shit to another town. And you come back to Amerigo here, or to one of the managers, and you ask them for a container. There it is. Rent container. Boom. And this costs combo points or contribution points, CP. That's it. I have a total of 2. Grand total. It's pretty rad. And that's it. So now you have a chest. And you have all your things. And you go up and rent the house. And you place the chest in the house. Or you can just keep it on your person right now. But I wouldn't. Stick it on the horse maybe. You know, you want as much inventory space as you can get. So let's go to the top of the hill. And I'll load up one time. Because it's going to be kind of an arduous rolling. You're going to hear a lot of clicking too, because I'm on the Xbox 360 controller. It makes some pretty substantial popping noises when you press in the thumbstick. Here we are. Alright. No. Alright, let's go up here. This is our trader. And we're going to buy everything, pretty much. I'm just going to get the really highfalutin things so I can remember what they are. Luxuries. Medicine, food. This is the biggest one. Alright, we take maximum food, take maximum luxuries. Alright, we go to military supplies. This is our not a big one. I feel like this is a big one. And raw materials, pure iron. I don't remember being a big one either, but I'll go ahead and grab it because I know it's heavy as hell. So I know I'll be laid down. I'll be ladened. Oh, I didn't get any money. Alright, then let's do this. That's why we have maids. Except that we gotta see how much it was. Oh. Alright, so let's go back to it. Luxuries. Let's go with the dragon. These are both good. Max. Okay. Max. Okay. Foods, wine. Pordonio. Military. These are high. Max. Okay, raw materials, we'll just get the iron. I mean, you know, big way, right? We need 468, so 500,000 will do it. Excuse me. Alright, and we go into the inventory. No, we don't. We go up here. Like I said, that's what maids are for. And we'll do this. Yeah. Okay. I thought I clicked on them. I guess I don't. I think I never played this, huh? And get in my storage and grab out. Let's grab 600,000. No, let's not do that. Let's do 500,000. Okay. Ugh, 500,000. Okay. Okay, done. One more time. Let's get and buy this stuff. So we're going to go here and trade, and we're going to get. We're going to go the same route, I think, because we know that works. Max. Let's do FR. R? No, F enter. R. FR, yeah, it was FR. Take FR. Medicine, no. Food, yep. FR. Clothing, FR, and raw material, iron, take. Alright, oh, you're killing me, guys, you're killing me. Food. Luxuries. Medicine. First aid, military supply, clothing, boom. Alright, 438, that's good enough. Let's just purchase all. Yep. Alright, cool. Alright, we're pretty well overburdened now, right? Yep, there we go. Alright, here we go. Get out of the range of the circle, and when I hit the roll button, it doesn't let... Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. We're good. Then you stop walking, and you roll. Feels like they changed these sticks, too. Seems like it was the left stick before. But that's not important. It works right now. So this is how you get around. And honestly, if you see me when a horse passes at the right time, I'm actually moving as fast as, I don't know, like a tier 6 horse when I roll. Obviously only during the rolling parts, but it doesn't matter. We get down the hill here some. Wearing my trading outfit here. Don't hate. Oh hell, what am I saying? Hate. It's cool. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Get down the hill here. This is just silliness. I'm carrying the equivalent of a dump truck on my back. Nah, probably a large pickup. I don't have the iron this time. It doesn't matter. There's no point in playing with semantics. It's a lot of stuff. And rolling makes it faster, which makes sense because, you know, you're falling. But then you get back up. Anyway, we get here to the warehouse manager. And send it all over. Now this is going to just be one load. Typically, I would clean them out and then change servers and do it again. And usually at my level, 2 trips is enough. It's okay. I'm going to put this up there too. Alright. Let's get our butts over here to the horse. Now let's go on up to the farm here. You can see what I'm talking about. I think I'll go this way. I could go either way, but I'm going to go this way. Because, you know. Get on here through these trees. We're going for that tower in the distance right there. I think. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's that tower. Let's go ahead and head off that way. Break a leg or two. Really? And mobs are after me. Alright, so we get up here next to this tower, and you will find there's actually a path on both sides. The auto pathing will take you on the other side. And I will get stuck on every rock on this side until we get where we're going. This is it. Boom. I usually get stuck here, but it didn't do it that time. It's pretty common to get stuck, especially if you're auto pathing. Alright. Nice. Alright, so this is our trader. Now, you claim this area, and you claim this house. And in this house, you place the chest that you got from Amerigo, which is right here. I don't know why I have gold now. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. It's okay, because we're not full, so I'll just stick it over here. Anyway, send it back. Of course I did. Because you are carrying too much weight. Alright, boom and boom. And we're done. Alright, that's it. Same thing. And here's all you have to do is roll right to this guy. Now this is just outside the nerf. I mean like feet, just by feet outside the nerf range. So it does still work though. It's extremely fast. It takes a lot of setup and honestly a lot of money if you want to set up right. But once you do, you just do it. Now I've already maxed out my Amity with this character. I mean maxed out. So I get like 7 trades. It's just ludicrous. It's almost impossible to fail anymore. And that's it. Alright, so we get a bunch of XP and that's how it works. And that's the entire exploit in a nutshell. Can't think of a whole lot else to give you. Now, truth be told, I don't have a lot else to give you because I haven't actually played this game. I've never actually played this game. I have only ever crafted. The closest I came to that was taking a few minutes to, I don't know, like fish. That's the closest I ever got to fighting anything. Anyway, I'm capped at level 49. I've never taken the test. It's my only character that I play. And I leveled entirely on crafting, and this is part of how it was done. I don't have any real tricks to anything else, although I can tell you that I leveled my alchemy almost 100% on Sinner's Blood, but you know, that's that. It doesn't sell that often, but when it does, it sells for one hell of a markup. Plus, the Sinner's Blood can be used for some other things. Anyway, I think this is going to be it for tonight. We've pretty well wrapped up everything that we came to get, so I think that's it. Everyone, thanks for joining. If you're watching, come on into the Discord. Have a good evening.